Alright y'all, today's video we're going to do something a little bit differently. I have this customized license plate holder I'm actually going to put on my C8 Corvette, and I'm going to show you guys how it did. It actually makes this thing look really good. Chevy should have done this from the very beginning, but it really makes this vehicle stand out. So I'm going to give you guys some instructions on this. There's going to be links in the description for it. So let's go ahead and dive into this. What's going on, y'all? JT here with a video. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be actually installing a license plate cover on my C8 Corvette, my 2024 C8 Corvette. Big shout out to newbond.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. You guys can check them out. They got a lot of different parts on their site and stuff, but this is actually going to look good because this is going to match the rear of my vehicle and it's going to make it stand out a lot more. So quick unboxing and look at this is, of course, you're going to get the installation manual. It's only, and I looked through this, it's only 8 steps to it. But with this, you guys can see the part list that you get up in there with this. And then also from the part list, you get a step-by-step instructions. And as I said, there's only going to be 8 steps for this to get this installed. So it's not going to take you a long time to do it, but the way it's going to look afterwards is going to look good. So in this package here, of course, you're going to get some of your tools to work on it. You're going to get some of the accessories and stuff you need for it. But what I was curious about was this piece here. When I first saw it and I did kind of look at this, I thought it was going to be like cheap plastic or something like that, but it's not. This is actually metal and stuff. And then you got the graphite looking background to it that you're going to put your plate and stuff on for that. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go through this and I'm going to get this installed and get this put on my C8 Corvette because this is going to look good, especially with this. And it even has a little curvage to it. If you guys, some people had asked about it before. It does have a little curvage, so it will wrap around the back of that Corvette, and this is going to look really good. So let me go ahead, let me get this installed real quick and show you guys a quick step on how to get this installed onto your C8 Corvette. All right, y'all, so pulling this all out, you'll definitely want to follow step-by-step instructions. It's not that complicated or anything for that. So what I did was I got all the pieces out when I was in a culinary arts school and I was a chef at another time frame in my life. The one thing we learned about was a term called mise en place, if I can remember that. And I believe it was a French term meaning have everything in place. So you want to have everything out that you want before you start cooking. And same thing as with this. What I'm basically doing was, since this is my first time installing something like this, I want to make sure that I look at the instructions and go through it once or twice to make sure that I kind of know what I'm doing. I don't want to just be guessing or try to speed through it because once this is on, this is going to look good. And I want to make sure I do a good job of getting this installed. So step one, of course, is getting these strips out here, and what they call that in their instructions, I'll show this to you guys here. It's going to be the self-abrasive foam blocks that you're going to put on there. You're going to align that around this flat piece right here. And then once you align that on there, go ahead and take the piece off, I think. And then from there, that's LS02 piece that you're going to put on there. And then LS01 is going to be in this particular bag here. And we're going to use those pieces to put that on there. And then from there, we're going to have a couple more pieces we're going to mount around that here. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take my license plate off my Corvette. And we're going to put the license plate on and then attach that to this as we're putting this on the Corvette here. So I know that's a lot of jibber jabber, talk, blah, blah. But let me go ahead. Let me take this off and let me go ahead and get this installed real quick. All right, guys. So step 1 and 2 is done. I went ahead and put the abrasive foam around the back side of the plate, or what's going to be considered the back side of the plate. And then the next step is going to be steps 3 and then steps 4, which is going to be, if you look at this, you're going to be using LS01, and that's going to be 20 pieces. But right now, it looks like you're going to install about 4 on each side. So what you're going to do, of course, is take this and flip this completely over, because that's the part that's going to actually be up against the car. And take your time when you do this. I recommend not even rushing through this process. It'll take you about an hour to do it, but you'll do it correct the first time. And now we're going to install 4 of these on each side. We're going to put 2 up top here, and then as this says here, we're going to put 1 right here and then 1 down here, and then do the same thing on the other side. All right, so now that steps 3 and 4 are done, we're going to go ahead to step 5, and you guys see there it says single hole square pad is going to go there, And then we're going to use LS03. If you go over here, you got a screw kit that comes with it. We're going to be using that to go ahead and attach these two together. So steps 5 and 6, when they do this, they kind of show you here, and then that's kind of the finished product. Like they showed you here, and this is going to be the finished product. They kind of show you here with this one, and then they show you kind of how it's installed and how it's going to look on the actual vehicle. So let me go ahead and do steps 5 and 6 real quick. I have to grab my license plate to get that installed. All right, y'all. So we finished steps 5 and 6 there, and then step 7 and 8 is going to be basically just installing it on the vehicle. Now, what I would suggest is if you're going to do this, you do get some extra of these foam round pads and stuff for it. If you want more protection, you can kind of line this up a little bit better, and you can put extra pieces of the foam rounder to protect it a little bit more. And then, of course, that's going to be LS05 is going to be these two at the very bottom, because on the Corvette, you don't have like 4 holes to actually mount this on for your screws. You only have 2 to mount those on. So what I did was, just to keep this from falling off and back and forth, I went ahead and I put the bolt on the back of it just to hold it in place while I go install this on my Corvette. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and went with the anti-theft screws. There's a cap and stuff you can actually put on there for this, so it's not the silver on black. I thought that looked a lot better. And then, of course, these are going to be those foam pieces I went in and I put in down there, and that actually looks pretty good. Let me show you guys this from an angle. So, y'all, there it is, the finished product. It's on there. It's out here in the light. It actually looks really good. Chevy should have included this with the vehicle and went ahead and installed it on there, but this company actually does it. So I'll put a link, like I said, in the description so you guys can go check that out. There's probably going to be promo codes and stuff as well, but that looks really good. It just doesn't have that gray color and just kind of standing out right there. So I like the way that looks. So anyway, guys, put your comments down below with the like, subscribe. If I do more modifications for this, I'll let you guys know, and I'll definitely be doing a video on my full C8 Corvette, and anything else I do to it, you guys will see that in a full 20-30 minute video that I'll be doing pretty soon. So appreciate you guys watching.